Good blessed Wednesday morning, January the 19th, 2021. It's about 6:42 a.m. You can hear the birds chirping. They said the early bird get the worms. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you are the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, or any other race, light-skinned or dark-skinned. Whether you like me or not, whether you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. I still greet all you all with that universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. I want to take you on a journey today, y'all, about the movement. I want some of y'all to set your minds in when you get a chance. Watch some of the YouTube videos of Phil Collins. Watch the entire thing, the video when he sings Another Day in Paradise. You see, I think about my son. He was homeless in Carbondale, Illinois. I think about some of the other homeless people that's been misused and abused by some of these people that's getting government grant money, black and white. Then I want you to listen to Tracy Chapman when she was in South Africa during Nelson Mandela's birthday. May he rest in peace. Singing, talking about a revolution. Then I want you to back it up with Phil Collins live in concert singing, I Can Feel It Coming in the Air at Night. But I want y'all to pay attention. You see, it's some things that's going on that I know for a fact in Charleston, Missouri, and in Carbondale, Illinois, that some of these black leaders, and if the shoe fit, wear it, is a part of a conspiracy to fill their families and themselves and their friends' pockets with money at the cost of people that's struggling in the black community. Stay tuned and pay attention. You might learn something. We in Charleston, Missouri now, y'all. It's my front yard. That's my driveway. I'm in front of my house for a reason, because in front of my house, I have had plenty attacks. I had the police enter in my house without probable cause, without warrants, taking my children out, and I fought and got them back. I done had black and white individuals come around here, some walking on the property, some on these corners, threatening and harassing me. One of them was the NAACP, the last NAACP president here in Charleston, Missouri. Not the one that's now, but the one before that. Standing on this very corner, I believe it was in 2016, telling children in my neighborhood that I rape children to run. If you want to see the video, let me know and I'll send it to you, or I'll refer you where to look at it. It's over 8,000 people that watched it. But what he was telling the children was a lie. Now, he used to live in this neighborhood, but he moved out of this neighborhood and moved into the white neighborhood, where it's 99.99% white. But yet he came in this neighborhood because he don't like that I'm not a part of the good old boy system. I'm not a part of the sellout black system. But let me show you how him in the present NAACP president is now. Now, these very same ones that come around threatening me, I have video to show you the sheriff, the chief of police, these so-called high-profile preachers in this town, these so-called sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, women and men, marching with these individuals that is known drug dealers and thugs in this black community. And they seen on my videos them attacking me in front of the police station, right here in front of my house. No arrests, no jail time, pats on the back. But when I videoed this black NAACP president on this corner telling these children that, they arrested me, charged me with stalking, but he live in the white side of town and I'm in the black side of town, on the west side of town, and they charged me with stalking him. Now, I came down from my house because one of my other neighbors then told me what he was down there doing, and I came to document it. What better evidence that you can use is documenting somebody defiling your character and in your neighborhood starting chaos when they supposed to be a leader in the community. But they not only put an outstanding warrant for me, they arrested me, they charged me with harassment and stalking. They convicted me of harassment and gave me 2 years supervised probation, where I had to pay money every month for 2 years. I did it successfully, but I'm showing y'all something now. Now, let's go back last year in September of 2021. During Labor Day, down in Wilson City, Missouri, about 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 miles, or give or take, away from Charleston, Missouri, but here in Mississippi County. It was a car show. Some individuals started shooting in the car show, and the sheriff of Mississippi County, along with the chief of police of Charleston, Missouri, along with the present NAACP president of Charleston, Missouri, along with some of these ministers, NAACP president's preacher, and some of these other preachers, and some of these other so-called black Christians, men and women, sat at a news conference with this with this sheriff at his detention center, or county jail if you want to call it. And they said it was a fraction of gangs that was doing the shooting in the car show, which it wasn't true. It was certain individuals. It wasn't a fraction of gangs, because if it was, it would have continued on after those that got arrested. But then you had all these individuals, these NAACP presidents, his pastor, and some of the other blacks got up speaking and had the audacity to say that they ain't gonna stand for none of this stuff. But yet here it is, people complaining about the school here in Charleston, Missouri, Charleston R1 school district, about how some of the racist white teachers, if the shoe fit, wear it. If it ain't you, don't let it bother you. But how some of the racist white teachers is treating their black children, and the NAACP president ain't standing up. His preacher ain't standing up. Some of these black Christian and women and men, they're not standing up, but they're marched with thugs and gangbangers. They remind me of Carbondale, Illinois, with the NAACP there.
They'll march with the prosecuting attorney because he's Spanish, but you got other blacks inside of the jail and outside of the jail. Politicians and non-politicians know that this Spanish prosecuting attorney is not for blacks. He's a racist towards blacks. The same with the Carbondale, Illinois police chief, the prosecuting attorney in Jackson County, Illinois. The Carbondale police chief, the NAACP president, and some of her members, they'll ride long hand in hand with these people, but they won't stand up against injustice for blacks in Carbondale, Illinois. They won't speak up about the white school teacher from the Carbondale Rebound High School in Carbondale, Illinois, who the police department documented. The prosecuting attorney in Jackson County, Illinois, who governs Carbondale, Illinois, know for a fact that this woman was found spending my son's food stamp 39 days after he was dead. She haven't been arrested. All she was did was questioned and the police asked her, do you think your husband killed Brian, which is my son, who was found hung over meth? But yet her husband admitted him and his wife, white wife, the husband is black, him and his white wife has other homeless people food stamp cards. But they say they helping them. Let me tell y'all something. Listen to them videos that I told y'all about. You see, God, when the law don't do their job, God got a way of handling stuff. You know what I mean? God got a way of removing people from off of this earth. You see what I'm saying? God say be and it is. You see, some of y'all gonna lose your life in your soul. You see what I'm saying? Running after this government grant money, especially some of you black Negroes. Y'all is some of the sickening people, some of you people in the shoe fit wear that's running these NAACP chapters, especially in Carbondale and in Carbondale, Illinois, and Charleston, Missouri. Some of you so-called preachers, all you black preachers, y'all know who y'all is in Carbondale and in Charleston, Missouri. I'm looking at, here it is, a group of activists that's in Chicago. They getting together, black and white, marching and protesting about Jason Van Dyke, the white Chicago police officer that shot and killed a 17-year-old black mentally ill guy in the back, Juan McDonald. They protesting because he got not because he got 6 years. He got 6 years 3 years ago. And he done 3 years of that 6 years, and he due to be released on what y'all celebrate as Black History Month next month. And now they protesting, they want him to be charged federally. Well, why don't you get out there and protest about them 5 black juveniles that just got shot? One of them, 15-year-old, got killed in Chicago yesterday on January the 18th, 2021. Why don't you get out there and protest about all these other black-on-black crimes? Where y'all at? Get them 700 ministers that came down to Georgia to protest against the lawyer who said he didn't want no more black ministers in the courtroom of Ahmaud Arbery trial. But y'all ain't gonna do that. But you see, you don't like when I talk about blacks that sell out. Harriet Tubman told y'all. You see what I'm saying? I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if I could have only convinced them that they were slaves. You see that one individual, when they escaped and they was halfway through to their destination, and the person said, I'm going back. Master and them gonna catch us. She said, you gonna stay right here. This gonna be your final destination, or you going all the way. In other words, she was gonna take and stop that heart from beating. You see what I'm saying? That's what God do when you keep on misusing the poor people. You see what I'm saying? Another thing I want to tell you about. One thing that I learned about God, some people think that I'm by myself. God done removed a lot of people off the face of this earth and put some in jail that been attacking me and my 2 daughters. I'm going to leave y'all with that. But I'm going to tell you, Tracy Chapman said it well. She said, poor people going to rise up and get their share. Poor people going to rise up and take what's theirs. Nelson Mandela told y'all that. You had him in jail unjustly for 27 years and he came out to become president. Y'all look out if I ever become president. I wouldn't take y'all out the game, but all this farmland and anything else that you done took from poor people, whether they black or white, I'll do just like Mandela, Nelson Mandela. You gonna give it up. You see what I'm saying? And some of you blacks that sellouts that was working in the house, you will be in the field. Peace be still.